Imagine working hard every day, yet feeling like you're stuck in the same place financially. You're not alone. The truth is, there's a new kind of poverty, and it's not just about being broke, it's about being trapped in a system that keeps you struggling, no matter how much you earn. If you're feeling like wealth is getting further out of reach, chances are, you're experiencing it right now. In this video, we'll uncover 12 shocking signs that you're part of the new poor. Some of them you won't even realize are holding you back. Subscribe to Elite Millionaire Hub, and let's get started. 1. Your rent eats half your income, or you're stuck living with your parents. If your rent takes up half your paycheck, you're not living, you're surviving. Housing costs are skyrocketing, and landlords aren't lowering prices anytime soon. If you're spending 50% or more of your income just to have a roof over your head, you're trapped in a cycle where saving and investing become nearly impossible. And if you're still living with your parents, it's probably not by choice. It's because the system has made independence a luxury. Decades ago, people moved out in their early 20s, bought homes, and built wealth. Today, you can have a degree, a job, and still be stuck in your childhood bedroom. This isn't just about comfort, it's about financial power. When you're locked into high rent or forced to rely on family, you lose the ability to take control of your money. You're constantly paying someone else instead of building your own foundation. The rich don't live paycheck to paycheck. They own assets. They buy properties that generate income. Meanwhile, the new poor are forced to rent, trapped in an endless cycle of payments with nothing to show for it. So what's the solution? You need a strategy. Either find ways to increase your income or consider moving to a lower cost area. Renting isn't bad, but being financially stuck is. If this sounds like you, stay tuned, because the next signs will show you just how deep this modern poverty trap really goes. 2. Your emergency fund is non-existent or less than $1,000. If a single unexpected expense would wipe out your bank account, you're walking on financial thin ice. Emergencies don't care about your paycheck. A car repair, a medical bill, or even a sudden job loss can throw your entire life into chaos if you don't have a financial cushion. The old rule was to have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved. But let's be real. Most people today don't even have $1,000 set aside. That means one bad day could send you spiraling into debt, relying on credit cards or loans just to stay afloat. And once you're in that trap, it's hard to escape. The rich don't worry about emergencies because they plan for them. They know that financial security isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. Meanwhile, the new poor live paycheck to paycheck, hoping nothing goes wrong. So why is it so hard to save? Inflation eats away at your income. Rent, food, gas, everything keeps getting more expensive while wages barely move. But the truth is, not having an emergency fund is one of the most dangerous financial positions to be in. What can you do? Start small. Even $10 or $20 a week adds up over time. The goal isn't to get rich overnight. It's to build a safety net that keeps you from falling into financial disaster. Because without it, you're just one crisis away from losing everything. 3. You have a job, not a career, and AI might replace it soon. If your job consists of repetitive tasks that anyone can learn quickly, chances are you don't have a career, you have a paycheck. And here's the harsh truth. Jobs that require minimal skill or creativity are the first to be replaced by automation and AI. Think about it. Fast food workers, data entry clerks, retail employees, even customer service reps. AI is already taking over these roles. If your job can be automated, outsourced, or replaced by a machine, your financial future is at serious risk. The difference between a job and a career is growth. A career provides long-term stability, skill development, and higher income potential. A job just keeps you busy and pays the bills, for now. But when the economy shifts or technology advances, jobs disappear overnight. The rich understand this. They invest in skills that can't be easily replaced. High-income careers in sales, programming, finance, and entrepreneurship offer leverage and security. Meanwhile, the new poor stay stuck in roles that will be obsolete in a few years. So what's the solution? Adapt. Learn skills that AI can't replicate. Critical thinking, strategy, negotiation, leadership. Don't wait until you get replaced to realize you should have upgraded your skills. The future is coming fast, and if you're not ready, you'll be left behind. Ask yourself, if your job disappeared tomorrow, would you have another way to make money? If the answer is no, it's time to make a change before it's too late. 4. Debt owns you. Student loans, credit cards, or buy now, pay later. If a huge portion of your paycheck goes straight to paying off debt, you don't own your life. Your lenders do. Debt is the ultimate trap of modern poverty, and most people don't even realize they're caught in it until it's too late. Student loans were supposed to be an investment in your future. Instead, they've become a lifetime burden, forcing people to delay buying homes, starting families, or even just living comfortably. Credit cards promise freedom, but come with interest rates that keep you in a cycle of endless payments. And buy now, pay later? It makes you feel like you can afford things when, in reality, you're just borrowing from your future self at a higher price. The rich use debt strategically, to invest, to build businesses, to create assets. The new poor use debt for survival, for instant gratification, and for things that lose value the moment they buy them. And once you're trapped in that cycle, it's nearly impossible to get ahead. So what's the way out? First, stop using debt to maintain a lifestyle you can't afford. Cut unnecessary expenses, prioritize paying off high-interest loans, and focus on building real wealth instead of just keeping up appearances. Debt isn't just a financial burden, it's a leash, keeping you tied to a system designed to make you work harder for less. The sooner you break free, the sooner you can start building a future where your money works for you, not the other way around. 5. You have no investments or assets that grow in value. If your only source of income is your job, you're one paycheck away from disaster. The wealthy don't just work for money, they make their money work for them. Meanwhile, the new poor live in a constant cycle of earning and spending with nothing to show for it. Think about this. Every dollar you make is either working for you or against you. If you're only spending on things that lose value, rent, car payments, subscriptions, you're guaranteeing that your financial future never improves. But if you invest in assets that grow, like stocks, real estate, or even a small business, you're setting yourself up for financial freedom. The rich understand that true wealth comes from ownership. They buy things that generate income, like rental properties or dividend stocks. The new poor buy things that drain their income, like expensive gadgets, trendy clothes, and cars they can't afford. So why do so many people have zero investments? Fear, lack of knowledge, and the belief that investing is only for the rich. But the truth is, anyone can start. Even small investments compound over time. A few dollars in an index fund today can turn into thousands in the future. The key is shifting your mindset. Stop thinking about money as something you earn and spend. Start seeing it as a tool to build wealth. Because if you don't own assets, you'll spend your entire life working for those who do. And that's exactly how the system is designed. 6. Inflation is outpacing your income. Every year, your money buys you less. Groceries, gas, rent, everything is getting more expensive, but your paycheck isn't keeping up. That's inflation. And if you're not actively increasing your income, you're getting poorer without even realizing it. Think about it. 10 years ago, $100 could fill your grocery cart. Today, it barely covers the basics. Wages, on the other hand, have barely moved. That means even if you're earning the same amount as last year, you're effectively making less because your purchasing power has decreased. The rich don't worry about inflation because they own assets that grow in value. Stocks, real estate, businesses. When prices rise, their investments rise with them. The new poor, however, rely entirely on fixed wages and savings that lose value over time. This is why saving money alone isn't enough. If your money isn't growing, it's shrinking. Inflation silently eats away at every dollar sitting in your bank account. The solution? You need to increase your income faster than inflation. Learn high-demand skills, start a side hustle, invest in assets that appreciate over time. Because if your financial plan is just working harder at the same job, inflation will keep you trapped. The cost of living isn't slowing down, and if your income isn't outpacing it, you'll be running on a treadmill that never stops. The question is, will you adapt or will you fall behind? 7. You use digital money for everything and rarely carry cash. When was the last time you actually paid for something in cash? If you're like most people, you probably use your phone, credit card, or a payment app for almost everything. Digital money is convenient, but it's also a trap, because when you don't physically see your money leaving, it's easier to spend more than you realize. Studies show that people who use credit or digital payments spend significantly more than those who use cash. Why? Because swiping a card or tapping a phone feels painless. You don't feel the loss the same way you do when handing over physical bills. That's why businesses push digital transactions. They know you'll spend more. The rich control their spending. They know where every dollar goes. The new poor, however, lose track because digital money makes it easy to ignore their finances. They pay for subscriptions they forgot about, rack up small purchases that add up, and before they know it, their paycheck is gone. So what's the fix? Try using cash for daily expenses like food, entertainment, or small purchases. You'll instantly become more aware of your spending. It's not about avoiding digital payments altogether. It's about regaining control over your money. Because if you don't track where your money is going, someone else will. Banks, companies, and algorithms designed to keep you spending. And if you're not careful, digital convenience will keep you financially trapped without you even realizing it. 8. You are your parents' retirement plan. If your parents are relying on you to support them when they stop working, you're not just managing your own financial struggles, you're carrying theirs too. And that's a weight that can keep you from ever getting ahead. Decades ago, retirement was built on pensions, savings, and social security. But today, many parents didn't save enough or lost financial stability due to rising costs, bad investments, or unexpected life events. Now, they expect their children to fill the gap. The problem? You're already struggling with your own bills, rent, debt, and uncertain future. The rich don't depend on their kids to survive. They build wealth, invest in assets, and ensure financial security for generations. The new poor, however, are stuck in a cycle where every generation has to start from zero, or worse, from debt. This is why financial independence isn't just about you, it's about breaking the pattern. If you don't build wealth now, you'll end up in the same situation later, expecting your kids to take care of you because you never had the chance to secure your own future. So what's the solution? Have open conversations about money with your parents. Help them find ways to manage expenses, and most importantly, focus on building your own financial freedom. Because if you don't secure your future, you'll never escape the cycle of working just to survive, both for yourself and for them. 9. Everyone around you is struggling financially. 2. Look at the people closest to you. Are they constantly complaining about money? Living paycheck to paycheck? Drowning in debt? If everyone in your circle is struggling financially, it's a sign that you might be stuck in the same cycle without even realizing it. Your environment shapes your mindset. If everyone around you sees financial struggle as normal, you start accepting it too. Conversations revolve around bills, side hustles that never take off, or hoping for a lucky break. Meanwhile, those who break free from financial hardship surround themselves with people who think differently, people who invest, build businesses, and create wealth instead of just surviving. The rich talk about opportunities. The new poor talk about survival. And if you're always hearing that it's just the way things are, it becomes easy to settle for less instead of pushing for more. The truth is, if you want to change your financial situation, you need to expose yourself to different perspectives. Read books on wealth, follow successful people, join groups where financial growth is the norm, not the exception. Your financial future isn't just about what you earn, it's about what you believe is possible. And if the only people influencing you are struggling, it's time to expand your circle, because the mindset that got you here won't be the one that gets you out. 10. You prioritize the present over the future. If you constantly choose short-term pleasure over long-term security, you're setting yourself up for financial struggle. It's easy to justify small indulgences, eating out, upgrading your phone, spontaneous shopping. But when these decisions happen over and over again, they add up to a lifetime of lost opportunities. The problem isn't spending money. The problem is not thinking ahead. The rich delay gratification to build assets that create financial freedom. The new poor live for today and worry about tomorrow when it comes, usually when it's already too late. Think about it. Retirement seems far away until it's not. An emergency fund sounds unnecessary until a crisis hits. Investing feels complicated until you realize that waiting costs you years of potential growth. Every financial decision you make today impacts your future, whether you see it now or not. The system encourages you to stay in the present. Subscription services, easy financing, constant ads telling you to treat yourself. But every dollar spent today is a dollar that could have been working for you tomorrow. So what's the fix? Start making decisions with your future self in mind. Before you spend, ask, is this helping me build the life I want? Small changes today compound into massive results over time, because the truth is, the future is coming whether you're ready or not. The question is, will you be financially prepared, or will you be struggling to catch up? 11. You lack high-demand, high-income skills. If your income isn't growing, it's not just because of inflation, it's because you don't have the skills that companies and clients are willing to pay top dollar for. In today's economy, your earning potential is directly tied to the value you bring to the market. And if your skills are outdated, replaceable, or easily learned by someone else, you'll always struggle financially. High-demand, high-income skills are the ones that businesses need to stay competitive. These include coding, digital marketing, copywriting, sales, data analysis, and anything related to AI and automation. The people who master these skills control their financial future. The people who don't are left hoping for a raise that may never come. The rich invest in learning. They understand that education doesn't stop after school. It's a lifelong process. The new poor, however, rely on the same skills they had years ago and wonder why they're stuck in the same place financially. The worst part, many of these high-income skills can be learned online for free or at a low cost. The only thing stopping most people is the belief that it's too late or too difficult. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to catch up. So ask yourself, if you lost your job tomorrow, could you easily get another one with better pay? If not, it's time to upgrade your skills. Because in a rapidly changing world, the only security is the ability to adapt. 12. Talking about money makes you uncomfortable, but you follow rich celebrities. You admire wealth, but you avoid real conversations about money. You know the latest luxury purchases of your favorite celebrities. But when it comes to your own financial situation, you'd rather not think about it. If that sounds like you, it's a clear sign that money controls you instead of the other way around. The rich talk about money openly. They discuss investments, strategies, and opportunities. The new poor, however, avoid these conversations because they feel awkward, ashamed, or overwhelmed. Instead, they consume entertainment about wealth, watching reality shows, scrolling through social media, and idolizing the lifestyles of the ultra-rich without ever taking steps to improve their own financial situation. The system is designed this way. You're encouraged to watch wealth from a distance, but never taught how to build it yourself. Schools don't teach financial literacy, and most families avoid the topic entirely. Meanwhile, those who understand money use it as a tool to create freedom. So what's the fix? Start treating money as something to learn about, not something to fear. Read books on personal finance. Talk to people who are financially successful. Make money a topic of education, not just entertainment. Because if you don't take control of your financial knowledge, someone else will control it for you. And that's exactly how the cycle of modern poverty continues, by keeping you focused on other people's wealth instead of building your own. We've just broken down 12 powerful signs that show if you're stuck in modern poverty. The good news? Awareness is the first step to change. If you recognize yourself in any of these, don't panic. Use this as motivation to take control of your financial future. The rich aren't lucky. They follow strategies, build skills, and make smart financial decisions. You can do the same. It's not about where you start, it's about where you're willing to go. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below saying, "I will be a millionaire." Make that your commitment to your future self. And don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with your friends so they can break free too. If you haven't yet, subscribe to Elite Millionaire Hub for more strategies to help you build real wealth. Your financial future starts now. The question is, will you take action?